The early 2000s on Disney Channel was really just like hit after hit. I mean, 2000 gave us Even Stevens, 2001 was Lizzie McGuire, 2002 was Kim Possible, and then 2003, Disney Channel gave us a show that's legacy would live on for way longer than anyone thought it would. That's So Raven. Now, I gotta be honest here, I was a big fan of this show back in the day. I mean, like, I was the prime demographic, 8th grade / high school freshman who had no friends and just watched Disney Channel until, I was 32, I guess. But as I like to do from time to time, I thought I might go back and see just how well this show has held up over the last 17 years. So let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Now it's 2020 and pretty much everyone knows what a VPN is. It protects you when you're on the internet, it stops your IP address from being hacked and your personal data getting exposed. I mean, everybody needs one. But Surfshark VPN goes above and beyond your typical VPN. You can use it on as many devices as you want with just one subscription. They also offer HackLock ID protection that checks to see if your personal data has been leaked anywhere, like usernames, passwords, that kind of thing, so you can stay one step ahead. They also offer a service called Blind Search, which is a completely private and organic search engine free from data tracking and overreaching algorithms. And get this, you can sign up to Surfshark VPN today by going to surfshark.deals/Alex Meyers and use the promo code Alex Meyers to get 83% off the regular price when you sign up for a 2-year subscription. That means you get premium VPN services and a guaranteed peace of mind using any device or all of them at the same time, plus 3 extra months for free. So if you don't have a VPN, then you really need to sign up. But even if you already have one, go to surfshark.deals/Alex Meyers and use the promo code Alex Meyers to give Surfshark a try. Okay, back to the show. We start off meeting our main characters, Raven and her friend Eddie, and we see them from the point of view of their teacher, Mr. Petrocelli.
Here's one that everyone should know, but few do. The first capital of our country was... Mr. Thomas, you seem to have had time to chew on this one. Is the capital of duh, which you seem to be the mayor of.
I've always thought it was weird how every school has these teachers who just hate kids and hate teaching. Why are you even here? Although at least they're not quite as bad as those teachers who have all those posters in the classroom, where it has a cat walking on a pile of Legos or something, and it says every step forward isn't gonna be easy, but it's still worth it, probably. I don't know, my 12-year-old son made this in Photoshop. What's that got to do with a cat? So anyway, the teacher asks a few more questions that Raven doesn't know the answer to, and thus does not raise her hand. Now, if there's one thing that teachers love more than leaning over the desk of the person next to you like this for some reason, it's embarrassing kids who don't have their hands up because, when you've been teaching the same topics for 20 years, you gotta make your own fun.
Miss Fast.
But I don't have my hand up.
Exactly.
When my hand is up, I know the answer, and when my hand is down, I don't know the answer. Let me explain it.
The answer, which is electricity, which led to the light bulb, which is obviously not going off in your head.
All right, Raven. You really told Petrocelli off.
Oh yeah, also, in case you haven't seen the show or forgot for some reason, Raven has these special superpowers where she can see out-of-context visions of the future. For some reason that's never really explained once in the show. She can just do this. But whatever. Anyway, she has this vision of everyone congratulating her on really sticking it to the teacher for whatever reason, and she maybe sort of kind of gets an idea.
So unless you have anything else to waste class time with...
As a matter of fact, I do. But see, I had my hand up many a times today, but you only called on me when I did not know the answer. And I know why. Because you have more fun embarrassing us than teaching us. And trust me, the whole class got my back on this one right here.
So as you might imagine, Raven gets in trouble for her little escapade, shall we say, and now the teacher wants to sit down with her and her parents after school the next day.
It was probably, the wrong time to be talking about this, right? Right. And maybe, after school we can toss it around a little bit.
Good idea. Why don't you and I toss it around tomorrow after school? And hey, let's toss in your parents too.
But back in my time, I can't believe I just said that. Back in my time, whenever your parents came in, they were always like, don't you dare talk back to your teachers. But now apparently it's all flipped on its head, and parent-teacher conferences are like, why are you failing my son? Well, he never shows up to class and hasn't passed a single test all year. Oh, is that so? Well, why haven't you been dedicating all your free time specifically to helping my son and ignoring all the other kids? And yes, I do drink out of a glass that says live, laugh, love while wearing a shirt that says proud dog mother and wine lover, in case you couldn't tell. But all the same, now Raven has to think of a plan to tell her parents that she got in trouble for basically just giving her teacher a bad Yelp review. But if she tells them straight up what's going on, then she might get in trouble. So she goes to the one person she can rely on above anyone else.
I need a master in deceit. and the art of psychological manipulations. That's why I came to you.
You made a wise choice. This little trick works on Mom and Dad every time. I call it the 3 C's. Cuddle, compliment, and the ever-popular cry.
Well, I'm actually only really good at like one of those things, but whatever, I'll figure it out. Now, right that moment, Raven's brother Corey gets in trouble for something at school, and we get to see his 3 C's method in action when their parents call him downstairs for a little talking to.
Do you know who I just got off the phone with? You have been acting up in class again.
Corey?
Angry voice.
Corey? We are very disappointed in you.
Stay with me. Don't you go cuddling up to him or giving us any of your lame compliments, and don't you even think about crying.
Don't even think about crying. How else am I even supposed to start my day if I can't wake up and cry for 3 hours? But anyway, now that Raven sees that Corey's method doesn't actually work, she decides to just come clean to her parents and tell them the truth about what happened.
I mean, he's just a kid, and kids make mistakes.
Was she just defending her brother?
I think so.
Do you know what I think we're seeing here? A more mature, responsible young lady. The new Raven.
It's not really the new Raven, really. Really the same old Raven.
Your grades have been good. You've been helping out around the house.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we were called down to school because you were, I don't know, mouthing off about something.
Well, never mind, because now that her parents think she's turned over a new leaf and she's being so mature and responsible and whatever, she has to come up with some other way to get her teacher to talk to her parents about what happened, but without him actually talking to her parents, you know what I mean? And then this happens. Oh my goodness. Mid-2000s, you never disappoint, do you? I mean, how did Raven and Josh Peck's alter egos not have their own spin-off at some point? I mean, come on, it writes itself. Also, quick aside here, but Raven's fake mom sure is dragging that wagon, you know what I'm saying? So Raven gets all dressed up like a Tyler Perry character and goes to talk to her teacher about what she did the day before and hopefully smooth everything over, and her parents will be none the wiser. I mean, there's no way this could possibly backfire, right?
I'm Tanya Baxter, Raven's mother.
Thanks for coming.
Anything for my baby's favorite teacher. I know this is about my baby getting talkative in class, and she assures me that she's very sorry and it'll never happen again.
I need to speak with you and Raven together.
Well, shucks. The next chunk of the episode, we get this very typical Disney Channel scene where Raven has to go back and forth pretending to be both her mom and herself, but eventually it all gets to be a bit too much for our little Mr. 90-Day Fiancé over here, and the problem kind of just solves itself.
I'm a busy man, Mrs. Baxter.
Yeah.
I've talked to you, I've talked to your daughter, and now I'm going home to talk to myself and ask why I ever became a teacher.
Well, does that mean you're through? You don't want to see Raven?
I don't need to see anyone anymore, except maybe my mother.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is just give your teacher a mental breakdown / existential crisis and you can get out of trouble, I guess. Thanks, Disney Channel. Now, right after the teacher leaves for the day, Raven's all dancing around and congratulating herself, but guess who walks right in the classroom like 5 seconds later?
Excuse me, we're looking for Mr. Petrocelli. We're Raven Baxter's parents.
So Raven tries to keep up the facade for as long as she can, but they figure out pretty quick that this black woman might not actually be Mr. Petrocelli, and finally, the truth comes out.
If Raven was having a problem at school, why didn't she come to us about it?
Any thoughts about that, Ms. Petrocelli?
Well, if I was Raven, which I'm not, maybe she would be afraid to come to you because she thinks that you want her to be perfect, she said to me.
We don't expect her to be perfect.
Yes, you do. You even called her the new Raven.
You know, this kind of weird, gaslighting logic has always been so funny to me. Well, yeah, okay, I know what I did was wrong, but it's actually your fault because I knew there would be consequences for my actions and I didn't want to face them. So maybe you should just have no standards and put up with my behavior. Okay, you ever thought of that? And so they all come together and have a little kumbaya moment.
Maybe we're not doing our jobs as parents.
Raven thinks you're doing a great job.
Really?
Really.
Victor, look! It's Raven!
Holy cow. It is.
And that's where the episode ends, with the show going on from 2003 to 2007 with a spin-off about Corey called Corey in the House, which also happens to be Game of the Year every year. And just recently they made a sequel called Raven's Home on Disney Channel, which is still going on right now. But I gotta say, of all the Disney Channel shows I've gone back to watch with these videos, this one probably holds up the best. I mean, it's really weird, I'm not gonna lie, but surprisingly enough, it's still actually pretty watchable. First, want to give a big congratulations to Emily for being one of the top 3 people to finish all 200 levels of my game on the App Store, so congratulations to you. Starting December 1st, we're going to have another contest where from December 1st to December 10th, the total accumulative score that you get by playing levels 60 to 70 will all be added together, and the top 3 people with the highest score will also get to be characters in upcoming videos as well. So you have about a week to practice and get ready. If that appeals to you, good luck. You know, something about this show that kind of surprised me just because I haven't seen it in a long time. And okay, so watching back all these old Disney Channel shows and just like tween shows in general, one thing that comes up a lot, and this is true even today with like Riverdale and stuff, where it's like the kids are either they're normal kids or they're super smart and like way more mature than like kids their age should actually be. And then the adults in the show are always just like complete bumbling idiots, it's from, obviously the show is made from like a kid's perspective where it's like parents just don't understand. They don't know what it's really like and they're just dumb and they don't get it. But That's So Raven, at least, at the beginning, I haven't seen the entire show in a long time, obviously, but watching it back, even just a pilot episode, it's like the parents are normal people, which is a weird thing to be surprised by, but it's like, they just act like normal people. They're not like these idiot adults like you see in most shows. It's like they totally are aware of what's going on. They're one step ahead of the kids. Like they're not, they get it. They're like regular people. They're funny. They're smart. They're intelligent. And I was just like, I don't know why it surprised me so much, but it's like, I feel like that doesn't happen very much in these types of shows. Now again, maybe nowadays things are a bit different. Like with the sequel Raven's Home, obviously Raven is still kind of the main character, and so I'm sure she's not like a complete idiot, obviously. Anyway, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Let me know what videos, TV shows, movies, whatever I should do. Email me at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com. I have a new podcast. Link is down below. Check it out. It's like a dating advice, dating story type podcast. I have a game on the App Store running a contest right now, like you saw, so it's free to download. Link is down below. Just download it, give it a try. And above all else, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.